talk about anything
I
else.
do have a complaint about
All right,
Dynamite. I do
go ahead.
have Dynamite complaint department. Can we move on from some of this stuff? Can we just
Dude,
move
dude, that
on?
was my main complaint from last night's show as well. It's how many rivalries that needed to end at WrestleDream are just
Yeah.
continuing. Like I kind of halfway expected Briscoe and Fletcher because of how Tony went so in about a seven match series. So I
Yeah.
wasn't too surprised by that one. But the Hurt Syndicate in the Demand, really?
That one,
Who
yeah,
was
that one
asking for
pissed me
that?
off.
Who's
Yeah.
asking for that at this point? Who?
Yeah, that one pissed me off. I was like, what? It's over. You guys did a tornado match, you did a regular match, you did a street fight. What? Why are we running this back? I didn't like that. I didn't like that they did Hangman being like Samoa Joe, it's on, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then Joe's in the ring like, all right, dude, where you at? And then Hangman just doesn't show up all show. Like, he's right there. I understand he's got Hobbs and Shibata around him, but like, run out there with your horse or something. Run branding iron. I don't
Well,
care.
I mean,
Start hitting people.
I understand. You know, we know he was there, but you could play it off like he's not there, and I think they did. I think they did that. I think
Eh,
that I don't. That's not much of a problem for me because I loved Samoa Joe's promo. I gave Samoa Joe a chance to explain the heel turn. He comes off like a believable badass, and then Hobbs got to be so he's
Hobbs is
got to show
great.
off some of his
Yeah.
charisma with his reaction to what Joe was saying. So I enjoyed that segment. But yeah, like the Demand and Hurt Syndicate continuing, I didn't like that too much. Briscoe and Fletcher, because of how they did it, I didn't like that continuing all too much.
I
Like
do like,
Joe and Hangman, it made sense for that to
yeah,
continue. So
Joe and
I was
Hangman
fine with that.
continue. Joe and Hangman continue is fine. I do like the
Darby and the Death
I was
Riders. We do not need Darby and the Death Riders anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna get there, but I did like that Don Callis told Mark Briscoe to kick rocks because I say that all the time. Like, you lost. What are you doing coming out here and be like, give me another shot? Like, no, go win a match. Go do something else. I got other people to beat. I just beat you. You don't get another match. That Darby promo, I was so angry at it. Of like, as long as the Death Riders are around, I'm right. You beat him in an I Quit match. You guys did a coffin match. You did an I Quit match. This feud has literally been going on for a year. A year since Darby and Mox first fought each other. When Mox beat him and took his spot at
We're gonna
WrestleDream.
squeeze just enough juice out of this for
Like, I
three
don't,
more weeks before we get to Blood and Guts.
I don't need it. I don't need Darby and Mox and the Death Riders more. Now the conglomeration's involved, and like, I like the conglomeration. They're at where they're at on the card. O'Reilly and Moxley was great. I did love that match. That was
Yo, that was
fantastic.
one of O'Reilly's like best efforts, and I will say I love the conglomeration entrance theme and
Oh,
the
it's
video
great.
and
Yeah,
everything. It just makes them come off like the most likable baby faces on the show.
yeah, like they're fantastic. I love Orange Cassidy. Everyone knows Orange Cassidy is one of my favorite wrestlers. Ishii is who he is. They're gonna beat him every single time, And then you have Orange Cassidy, who they clearly like, but since coming back, has been positioned where he's at, and it's just
Yeah,
it's whatever
should be doing
with
more with
him.
him, but
Yeah, like I'd rather Mark Briscoe be involved in this stuff than let me do more stuff with Kyle O'Reilly and Don
yeah,
Callis family. Like, I'd rather him be involved. Like, give me a Mark Briscoe, and he should be, by the way, because I tweeted this yesterday because I was thinking about it. I was like, we never got a Mark Briscoe Gabe Kidd one-on-one match.
no,
We never. They set that up on
never.
Collision at the beginning of the year with the backstage stuff, and then the most we got was the interaction they did. Like, I think it was like a 6-man,
Anarchy in
8-man
the
tag.
arena.
Yeah, and then the Anarchy in the
when
arena.
when Briscoe made the save. Yeah,
Right, but that wasn't actually like a match. Like, they did do like a 6-man match. It might have been like a street fight or something where they were on opposite teams. But it was Anarchy in the arena where Mark Briscoe got involved, but that wasn't technically Mark being part of the match. So I think Mark actually being involved with conglomeration Death Rider stuff makes sense, whereas him being like doing the Kyle O'Reilly thing is like, do we need that? So I didn't like that stuff from Dynamite. I was like, can we just move on from These matches that had logical blow-offs. You do a tornado tag match after doing a street fight. You do an I Quit match after doing a coffin match. You did a fifth match when it was 2-2. You have logical conclusions to all three of these feuds. And it's like, nope, we're just going to continue them. Like, oh, come on.